Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Scale Like a Savage podcast. I am Britany Boatwright, along here with my lovely co-host Jamie Seneca, checking in from Florida. Today, guys, we have one of my most favorite humans on the planet. I think I've known Dustin for like almost 2 years now, but we have Dustin Runyon here. He's gonna blow y'all's fucking mind. First of all, just be prepared. Like, I hope you're sitting down while you listen to this podcast. Dustin is the team leader of Apex. They are the number one mega agent team within EXP, just crushers. His team, they're so stupid simple. They just keep it simple, guys. So if you're listening to this podcast and you know you like to overcomplicate things, you may want to take out your notepad because this guy's going to blow your mind about the simple stuff they do and continue to win year after year. So Dustin, the floor is yours, my friend.
Hey, thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
so
you're
excited.
welcome.
Number one, I hate those intros because then you give me a lot that I have to live up to. So I appreciate the accountability.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
He's going to blow your mind. Okay. Well, hopefully it's an optimistic mind blown and not a negative mind blown. So, but I'm excited to be on here with you both. I respect you both and honored to be here. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Let's take it back. Before we talk about everything that you built, Dustin, can you take us back to a moment when you almost didn't quit going? Have you had one of those as a founder before where you're just like, I just want to blow all this shit up and walk away?
Yeah, all the time. I think I don't have that much anymore with my team. But there was a period of time. In fact, I find if you don't think that at some point, or if you don't think it like fairly often, you're probably not in a growth period. Because with growth comes, overwhelm, comes too much, comes, late nights, sleepless nights, hope this is gonna work, sort of thing. Which all those things, I think the average person thinks like overwhelm is bad, being scared is bad, being uncertain is bad, confusion is bad. And when in reality, all of those things are actually really good things. Overwhelm usually just means this is the first time I've gone through this said thing, or I bit off more than I could chew, which is a good thing. Because usually if you don't quit, you figure it out. Confusion is what happens before a lesson, so yeah, for sure. There were times because when I started my team, I was a team leader at a brokerage and I had left and I started my team with 5 agents and I had never shown a buyer or I'd never worked with a seller. And so I sold everything I owned and me and my wife moved into a hotel for 2 months and we started this company. I sold my car too. So she dropped me off and I Ubered everywhere and I started my team with 5 agents, myself, and every single dollar I had.
So first of all, how did you get Lee to agree to that? Like, how do you tell a baby, hey,
I
babe,
was gonna say,
I'm
how
in
did
the
that
hotel room.
conversation go down?
I'm about to be a scrub. I'm about to have a car. Like, how did you get her to agree?
She is an absolute dog. Like Lee it's so funny because I don't know what it is. She's just so naturally joyful. Like I got into personal development because I had to work hard at being happy. Like it doesn't come naturally for me. Like I'm a never is enough guy. I have to perform to feel worthy guy. I'm all of those things. And, through therapy and different things and personal development, I've learned healthier ways to navigate that. But she's just like I would say her greatest achievement in life is enjoying it. And so, yeah. So like she just has this blind love and this blind trust for me. And I find this in relationships. I told her, I said, hey, we're going to have a house in downtown Phoenix. We're going to have a house in the woods. And we're going to have our house here in Havasu. And we're going to be able to fly to all 3 of them. I promise. Just trust me. She goes, absolutely. I'd live in a box with you or whatever. The biggest thing though, is I made all 3 of those things come true. All 4 of those things come true. And so where I think a lot of things happen when it comes to spouses is where we lose trust is we say things are going to happen and we don't make them happen. And it becomes a death by 1,000 cuts. And so then control gets present, right? Because we just subconsciously don't trust our spouses. And so she just has this blind trust, man. She's freaking awesome.
Incredible.
Shout out to Lee.
Yeah. Shout out to Lee. First of all, she's gorgeous. Like when I first met her at the Built for More Mastermind, I was like, she's the most pleasant. Like her smile is just like, how can you not smile back at her? Love it.
She's and she's naturally like that. Like she's one of those, I'm going to tell her, I was just telling Scott this exact same thing. My partner in Kingman, I'm like, he was talking about Lee. We were talking about enjoyment, the exact conversation we're having right now. We had that 10 minutes ago. And he's like, she's just like naturally joyful. And I go, I'm going to go home today and I'm going to be like, yeah, I was just up in Kingman with Scott and Jamie. She'll be like, oh my gosh, I just love those 2. Like they're the best. We need to go to dinner with them. She's just like, I've never heard her gossip, never heard her say a bad word about anyone. And so there's a lot of accountability there for me. And I also don't want to ruin that joy by not performing or doing what I say I was going to do.
Yeah. Were you guys together before, like before you were a team leader, before you worked on personal development? Like, was she there shooting in the gym with you, as the kids would say?
Nah, yeah. So we met. I was fully into personal development. I had fully like surrendered that personal development was going to be this like life changing thing for me. And I was running a brokerage at the time, and I was speaking and coaching and whatnot. I hadn't fully maturated yet.
Mhm.
Like I was still operating out of fear and out of judgment and out of like pushing instead of seeing, hearing, and understanding. I was so not yet. So she has seen a bunch of different versions of me. And so, yeah, I definitely hadn't quote unquote made it when I met her.
So you sold everything and you moved into a hotel. What did you do next? How did you start? Because a lot of people in our community just like don't know where to start.
Yeah. So at the brokerage that I had, so here's me. I'm like, in I'm incredibly driven, but at the same time, I'm incredibly lazy. So I try to find, and it's actually benefited me because I try to find the easiest, simplest way to get the biggest result. I find there's like hardworking people and they try to find hardworking solutions for problems. I have a good buddy of mine. I love him dearly, and he's a beauty of a human being. But he just tries to find the hardest solution to every problem so he can feel like he's working hard. And so I had this laboratory I was recruiting for my brokerage, and I wanted to recruit teams because if I recruited teams, they would then recruit for me. So I was like, I don't really want to recruit, right? But if I recruit these bigger teams, all they do is recruit. So in our region, we had the most teams in our Southwest region of Arizona and Nevada. We had the most brokerage, or the brokerage with the most teams. Well, unbeknownst to me, that gave me a lab. So I had a laboratory of teams. So I got to see 25 different team leaders, how they operated, what worked, what didn't work, what they focused on, what they didn't focus on, all these different things. So when I started my team, I was just going to make it really, really simple. And you've heard Matt say this, and now you may hear other people say this, but I'm a personal development company that just happens to sell real estate. Because the teams that do well, they recruit wholesome people who have a desire to get better. I always say I don't sell sunset, I sell get your shit together. Like if you want to just if you just want to like ball out and get rich, I'm not your guy. Because the people that only want to make money without getting better, the only way to do that is to cheat, to steal, to have terrible values, is to, it creates a toxic culture. And I saw that in the teams where everyone just focused on themselves and money.
We talked about
And
this
so
in our built from our mastermind, where before I met you and Matt, we had a lot of fun, we saw a lot of houses. The culture was so toxic. You had cliques, and I got invited to all the parties with the cliques. But then I'm like, wait, y'all talking stuff about your teammate, and then it's just wild stuff when you allowed that. But then when Matt was like, you want people that are family oriented only, and I'm like, okay, man, I was so glad to find that we have that now. It's so much more fun and enjoyable to come into the office.
Yeah, wholesome's it's gonna be the easiest culture to. You're not like constantly coming in, walking on eggshells, clicking. So and so's talking about so and so. We just don't tolerate it. Like it's just zero of that. And if so and so goes out to lunch with so and so, they're like, "Oh, I love that you guys are getting together."
Yeah.
Instead of like, "Why didn't I get the invite?" Shut up. Shut the fuck. When did I get the invite? Really?
Right here.
Grow up. You're a grown ass woman or a grown ass man. I'm so tired of that shit. So, and then it was going to be based off three things, which was personal development, personal responsibility, and contribution, which became our those are our three core values. And then I was going to teach people how to work out. So I tell this story, and you've heard it, Brittany, but I had this buddy, Brad, in high school, and he played football, and like all of us went to the gym and stuff, and we worked out. And so like steroids was like part of the talk. Like, who's going to get on steroids? I'm going to get steroids. You can get on steroids. You're going to get on D-ball and testosterone and da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, Brad was the first guy. He's like, I'm going to get on a stack. I ordered off the black market, off the internet. The problem was, though, is Brad didn't fucking work out. Like, this guy's going to take, out of all of us, like, he played offensive line, but he never went to the gym. And so that's what I see happen. So what we saw happen was he gained 40 pounds of fat in like 3 months. And so that's what happens to real estate agents you got to teach them to work out. And here's the workout plan. Okay. Circle prospect, door knocking, open houses, personal organic social media posts. Okay. And sphere of influence. These four will build this one. So your goal is to consistently put people into your sphere of influence with those four. Now, once you've proven you can work out and you have the skills and you have the foundation of something, then we can supplement it. It's called a supplement. Right? It's like when someone first starts working out, man, they're like, what protein powder should I have? I go, hey, before you start taking protein and shit and any of that stuff, number one, go get your gym membership. Two, like, let's go there for 30 days. Okay. And then 3, you haven't even been to the grocery store yet. I stole that from Alec. Like, it's like, so we don't need to be worrying about what vitamins you're taking yet. That's to supplement what you're already doing. And most people like to supplement them doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, once you've done that on my team, then you get our sign calls, then you get our QR code that we have on our signs, where you get the text code. And then you get opportunities with our developments and with other things. But that's what I was going to base it on. We weren't going to be widgets and gadgets. We weren't going to do all this, like, I got a triple line tech stack, double. Yeah. No. We do prison. We do prison workouts here. Okay. We do air squats, sit-ups, push-ups, and pull-ups. Okay.
One of the first calls I had with Michelle, I was like, hey, what's your CRM for recruiting? And she pulled out this yellow notepad. And I'm like, what the hell is this? She's like,
Oh my God.
Dustin doesn't pay for anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he's so cheap.
It's so funny because it's like, I want to be profitable, number one. Number two, my buddy Scott Lander, when I first met him like 10 years ago, he used an Excel spreadsheet and he was doing 150 something transactions a year by himself. Gene Frederick, who's one of the number one recruiters at EXP, he uses a notepad to recruit. Like, guys, technology does not make you. Like, look at this golf club. See this golf club?
Mm-hmm.
See how old and shit this is? It's funny. If you go on YouTube, there's pro golfers that do this. A pro golfer will go to the Goodwill. He'll buy a set of golf clubs from the Goodwill. He'll go out to the golf course and he'll shoot 5 under. It's not the club. It's the person swinging it. You can have the best technology in the world, but if you don't have people picking up the fucking phones, and by the way, if you preach in your value structure that your value is we have the best technology, we have the best leads, we have the best this, we have the best that, we don't sell real estate training. We sell get your shit together, right? The whole life. So we sell become a better mom, become a better dad, become a better husband, become a better wife, become more fit, become more healthy, become more financially free, become more emotionally regulated, become more recreational. Like, go enjoy your life. Quit working 100 hours a week. What are we doing? Like, so, pay better taxes, invest here. Like, it's the whole life. And so that's not the reason to join my team.
Yeah.
I
When
love
did
that.
Dustin go from partying to like not drinking? Did you stop drinking before you started your team?
Did I stop drinking before I started? Well, yeah. So there's having a drink and then there's drinking, right? So like from 16 to 23, man, I was drinking. Like, I was partying. It was like Monday through Sunday. I lived in Tempe, Arizona. So I was like a stone. What's that?
What does that mean? I don't know. Geography. Got it. Okay.
Tempe, Arizona is where ASU, Arizona State University is.
Okay.
So I didn't go to college, but I pretended. I partied like I did. But no, I didn't. When I started my team, I will say this, when I first started it, I was such in scarcity. Like, I tell this often, I'm like, one of the biggest things I wish I would have done sooner was step out of scarcity and into abundance before I had the results that I had desired. So I was in survival mode. So I actually weighed 100 pounds, honestly, 100 pounds more than I do right now. I got up to 268 pounds. I weigh like 170 now, but 268 pounds because I was working 7 days a week. I think I was still having drinks and stuff during that period of time. I was eating like shit. And I was just, where you succeed at the expense of your emotional health? That was me. And I took pride in it. And so, and that attracted a certain type of person to my team, and I realized, like, oh man, I'm preaching personal development. And here I am 100 pounds overweight, right? Not getting good sleep, having drinks, every other night or so, not eating well. It's like, and then I wondered why I had so much friction on my team and I had gossip and toxicity and all those things. So I think I told you this the other day where I had a gal that left my team and my buddy's like, yeah, I wondered why she was on your team. She was doing cocaine last weekend at a party, And so I had to shift that and change that. And honestly, Jenna came to me because I had recruited Jenna to the Keller Williams that I was running. Jenna, who's on my team now, who's amazing. When she came over, it like woke me up because I always looked to Jenna with like super high regard. And so I will really, when she came over to the team, because she was already doing like 25 deals a year. They were all buyers, but I was like, oh, shit, this is not a new agent. Like, I've really got to turn it up now. And so I always tell her she saved me from going BK.
So if you don't invest too much in systems and your more personal development, what in your current organization right now would you say if it disappeared tomorrow, your whole business would fall apart?
It's a really good question. I've never been asked that.
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, we stumped them, Jamie.
Yes.
If it disappeared tomorrow, it would fall apart. You know what? I would say The only thing that I can think of that would blow my team up is if I did something personally that hindered my character.
That's a good one.
If, I bit the apple in the Garden of Eden. I know that, none of us are perfect, but your personal life has to align with your business life. Like there is no separation there. And so I saw this happen. I had a friend, really good friend, still a good friend. His relationship with his wife was not going well, and he stepped out on her, and it destroyed his business. And so I would say that your character as a leader, once you get to a point where like you're in alignment with the people in your organization and yourself, like you have to surround yourself with people. Like I believe you posted something the other day, Britany, that I really appreciate, which was nice. But more so than that is like, I look at this as like, I want to be the person that Britany thinks I am. I want to consistently stay in alignment with who my people in my organization think I am. And I don't ever want to step out on that. So it would have to do with something to do with my character. That's the only thing I can think that would destroy it.
Yeah. We talk about leadership as the lid, and we're all leading someone. I believe it was you or Matt that said that on your podcast, that we're all leading someone, whether we have a team or we're at home leading our families, our spouses. So that was really powerful for me, because you never know who's looking up to you.
And guys, you're either leading them to heaven or hell.
Yeah.
Like you're always leading, right? So people pay attention more than you think, and especially in your life, I always say is like you're the nucleus. So you are the ripple in the pond. Be conscious of the ripples that you're throwing out. Like when you go to gossip, I was telling my team this morning about how gossip's the language the devil speaks, and that people will grow or die around the conversation that you create. And I said, so be careful of the things you talk about. And here's what I go: people are waiting for you to give them permission to shut them up. And I give you an example, which is, hey, Britany, we'll role play here. It's like, hey, Britany, I appreciate what you're saying. I go, but I don't talk about others. And it kind of surprises me that you are. I have it in my brain that people are waiting for you to say that, to give them permission to say it to other people. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, no, get used to this. I don't know. I have no opinion on it. Do you know so-and-so? Don't know who they are.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on da 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 da? Don't have any thoughts. So I don't know how we got into the gossip thing, but yeah, I don't tolerate that inside of our organization. Like it's zero tolerance. Like if you blow a 0.01 on the gossip BAC freaking thing, you get arrested.
Dustin, was there a moment that you had something happen in your team where you got so strict on standards and self-development?
Yes. Good question. When I was going through a lot of therapy, because I had the business I had left was my mom's business. She owned a Keller Williams, and I was the team leader of it. My dad, I hadn't talked to for 16 years. He died when I started my team. And he called me. I called him actually right before I called him. And then it was 6 months later, he got lung cancer. And then it was like 4 months later, he died. This was in the heart of me growing my team. So I was going through a lot of therapy, relationship specialists, therapies, psychologists, the whole thing. I spent over 7 figures on just therapy and coaching. NYC therapist on Instagram. Aliza, she's outstanding. She's out of New York. She's amazing. But I realized I was going through therapy, and like during therapy, it was like, I understand grace, understanding, all those things, giving yourself, space to think and feel and all those things. Well, I was fucking bringing that into my team. I was like, my team meetings started to become like therapy sessions, because that's what I was going through too. So I was like, I understand. I totally get it. Like, I know you're struggling with your wife or your husband, or I know you're going through something, but I completely understand. It was like, I started to become extremely sympathetic. And I had like a moment. I was like, that attracts a certain type of people too.
Yeah.
And it was just like this, I started attracting people who love talking about their problems all the time. And so I had to think this: I'm not a church. I'm not a therapy office. I'm not a MBA team. I am a real estate performance institute. And we are here to develop personally so that we have more to give to our consumers. Okay. And so that we can create security and experience for our loved ones they otherwise wouldn't have without us. Period. This is a performance environment. And so once I realized that, I'm like, I understand what you're going through, Jamie, and I need you to hit your 20 connects. Guys, we all got problems. Okay. Everybody's got fucking problems. And I'll listen to your problems, and then I will require you to step up. Because I have never seen anyone that stepped up to a problem in their life and hit it head on that didn't grow from it. So when you share me a problem, I see opportunity for growth. So here's what we're going to need you to do. Step the fuck up, right?
Yeah. When you stepped into this
And
power, Dustin, did you ruin friendships and business relationships, like becoming this person?
absolutely, people left. I started to repel people 100%. Because my Aliza said this to me one time on a call. She goes, Dustin, you're not healed, but you're there. Like it's healing, right? It's not healed. She's like, but you're there. And you know what she said to me? It's time to monetize your healing. Because after a while, once you have the tools that you've learned through therapy and you have the tools and they're in your bag and you're ready to go and you have an understanding, you know the why, and you kind of get the gist of therapy. Well, now what you need is fucking a shot of get to fucking work. Like, you know what I mean? Is like step the fuck up. And when you know who you are and you have the courage to be who you are, you're going to repel people, but you're
Mhm.
also going to bring a lot of people in. You said the Cheplack community, right? You're like,
Yeah.
man, it seems like everybody had like crazy paths, right?
Yep.
John,
Yeah.
John was $4.4 million in tax debt. He's been to 9 rehabs, and now he's kicking life's ass. What do you think that? And he tells his story. So who do you think he attracts? He attracts people who are like him.
Yeah.
I only went to John because I was $1 million in tax debt.
I
I
didn't
hadn't
even
filed
realize
taxes
that.
for like, I hadn't filed taxes for like 3-4 years in my 20s. I didn't pay a dime in taxes. So I didn't file them. So I got hit with penalties and interest. And then I started following this guy who I thought was honestly like, I wasn't super into his stuff. He shared his story. I'm like, dude, that was me. But he's 4.4 million in debt. I was only in like 980,000 exactly. But so yes, if you're your authentic self, you want to know how you're not your authentic self is if everyone likes you.
I hate
So
those
good.
people.
So
I hate
good.
those people. I don't trust those people.
Mm-mm.
They give me the
Mm.
heebie-jeebies. Like, what is this? You don't have a side to pick? Like, what is that? Like, I'm so
I would say if
confused.
everyone likes you, it's because you're not a threat. Like
Yeah.
you're not a threat. So you mean your results aren't big enough, one, or two, you're not a threat to their identity. And so you have to be willing to threaten others' identity by being your whole self. And that's okay. So
Yeah.
victims don't like me. People that fail to take personal responsibility don't fucking like me. People that talk shit on others don't like me. And guess what? I always said this, Jamie, Brittany, if you don't like me, that's my decision. I
Mhm.
constructed it that way. Like if you are listening to this podcast and you don't like me, perfect. Don't say hi to me next time you see me. I don't want to talk to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see, hearing what I'm saying with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Like it's my decision as to why you don't like me.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Have you, like, how many people within your organization do you think have gone to therapy now because of you, Dustin? That has seen your
Uh,
growth?
Great question.
Fucking 100% of them
Yeah.
almost. And if they haven't gone to therapy, they've gone to my damn tax attorney. So like, I'm not kidding you. And I offer this. I'm truthful. I offer this. I will pay for anyone's therapy that needs to go through it. I'd rather pay for someone to talk, pay a professional instead of like your gossipy bullshit friend that you're going to create a trauma bond with. Like, go talk to a professional. And so, yeah, I mean, Corey's open about her story, but yeah,
Yeah.
I won't tell you other people in but yes, almost everybody, all of my top dogs that have ever wanted it, I paid for them to go. There's this company, I forget what they're called. It's a virtual assistant company that offers therapy. And we used to have like 13 VAs that did it where I offered it to the team.
That's different. That's a different value
That is
prop right
cool.
there. You don't
Yeah.
get leads.
Mhm.
You get to fix your whole damn life, though.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Which is more valuable, you know? That's
Seriously.
yeah.
What do you think is the highest standard, though, that people push back on? Is it making their 20 connects or like improving themselves? So wait, because I believe when you're healing, you can spot a fraud. Like they start to show themselves.
Oh yeah, people that fake the deferred personal development shit. Yeah, I'll sniff those fuckers out. Yeah, because it always comes to the surface, and it's usually their spouse. So most people that if they have a desire to get better, and they can speak the lingo, and they love the energy and the vibe or whatnot. It's usually I would say a majority of the time they're quote unquote faking it. Is their unwillingness to. In order to be your authentic self, you have to be willing to leave any friendship, relationship, anywhere, anytime.
Yes.
Not committed to, but willing to. And that's why a lot of people have lacked the courage to be themselves is because they don't want to lose people. So highest standard that I have, man, you know what's funny, Brittany, is, and this does sound terrible, and I know a lot of people won't be able to connect with this, but I have to say because it's truth. We don't have a whole lot of problems or issues. Like the 20 connects for our brand new agents are usually the biggest issue, but then we let them go like within the first 30 days. So it's never actually an issue.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I learned that if I kept someone for a long period of time, it was such a drain on my administration and my veteran agents that if I kept someone that wasn't doing it in the first 30 days, why would they do it in the fucking 6th month? And so, we don't have a whole lot of, we really don't have a whole lot of problems or issues. Like I had an 18-year-old kid that was on my team. A couple months ago, he made 70 grand in 4 months. He bought a Tesla, a Rolex, and a freaking Can-Am and started getting cocky, and I just fired. I was on a cruise with my investor.
Yeah.
I get a text and I was like, I'll handle that. No problem, Michelle. Hold on just a second. Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, I heard you're doing that thing again, aren't you? What? I said, I've had this conversation with you, dude. You acting like you freaking, like you're the Lord fucking whatever your name is, right? I was like, dude, you're done. I go, bro, pack up your stuff. I love you. This is what I said to you. I love you. You got lessons to learn, kid, and I believe in you. You're just not going to learn those lessons here. Peace.
Mic drop.
Britany, yeah. And Jamie, this is why I'm so, if you're listening to this and you're making money, for the love of God, please do not spend it on your lifestyle. Please, for like 5 years, just behave like you did when you were broke. And I want you to stack money high. And I want you to feel my voice right now. It allows for you to step into so much love, like so much abundance, because you get to say this, hey, I'm good. Like I got 7 years of fucking, my lifestyle would not change if this team went away for 7 years. Like you're fired.
So incredible.
That's so good.
Right? You're fired. So now I get to lead out of true abundance and true standards, right? That kid is going to be a phenomenal salesperson. He's 18 years old. You ain't bringing that bullshit. He's picking on people, saying he's better than him and all this bullshit. I'm like, dog, I love you because you remind me of me because that's how I was when I was 18, dude. But get the fuck out of the office. Love you, dude, but get the fuck out. Like, so.
How are you having those conversations with the agents you onboard so they understand what they're walking into?
They sign it. So Michelle has our onboarding. She does our onboarding. Our onboarding is like the simplest out of any team in the country, I'm sure. It's like simpler than people who don't have onboarding. They sign, there is a contract that states all of the standards, 20 connects a day, show up to team meetings and trainings. Do not be an asshole. This is a full-time career, underline, bold font. And then it goes through our team agreement. Our team agreement says it. Our team agreement's like, it's the same thing written by an attorney, right? So it's like 4 pages. It goes through all the bullshit, goes through 20 connects, 20 connects, 20 connects, 20 connects. You're going to commit to 20 connects. It's 20 connects. Guys, my passwords to when you log on to my team, the email password, your CRM password, all of the passwords to all the bullshit is 20 connects.
I'm stealing that. I love that.
That's your password, right? I have shirts made that say 20 connects. Britany, you were at KFR with me, right?
Yeah.
Remember I asked, there was like 50 people there, 40 people, I don't know, 40, 50 people there. And I said, how many of you guys how many of you, all you team leaders, how many of you guys know my standard? How many raised their hand?
Everybody knew. 20 connects. You had a hat.
Yeah, 20 connects, 20 connects, 20 connects. Like, I do not shut up about it. I talk about it every day. I have different stories I tie around it, but every day. So when they sign up, I also do this, Jamie, I take it for face value. Meaning if you tell me you're going to do something, I'm going to be shocked if you do not, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to expect you to not do it because the people I hang around do what they say they're going to do. So I've gotten so used to that, right? Like I don't hang out at the Motel 6. They say they'll bring you a water. It's 50-50, right? At the Ritz-Carlton, you get a bucket of waters with ice. And so when someone doesn't make their 20 connects, I go, hey, how's your 20 connects going? I'm like, hey, speak English. What's up? How many connects you make? Well, I didn't make, and I go, okay, come in here. Let's have a sit down. So do you enjoy this? First of all, I want to make sure that you enjoy this. Well, yeah, I enjoy it. I go, are you happy here? Well, yeah, I'm happy. 1 to 10, what's your happiness level of being here? So 8. I go, here's what I know, man. You can't be happy in this environment unless you're productive. Like it's just impossible. And my goal is for people to be happy. And so what we're going to do is put you on a performance improvement plan. Okay. Because dude, this is your first 30 days. You should be the most excited, the most fired up, and the most disciplined in these first 30 days. I go, I understand that your tire blew out on your car the other day and that set you back. Right. And in my head, I'm going, my dad died in the middle of building this team and I still broke records. So no sympathy, empathy. I understand where you're coming from. I'm going to need you to commit to the 20 connects. Are we good with this? Yes. 1 to 10 commitment level. 10. You know how notice it's a 10? You'll hit your connects. And so we write them up. It's like a computer. There's no emotion because you haven't earned the right yet for me to have that type of conversation. Like you get what I mean by that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
You have to graduate from the 20 connect conversation. We'll start talking personal stuff. Like I understand what you're going through and I need you to step the fuck up. And it's with love. Like if Brittany's been around me, I'm like probably more intense on podcasts and online and stuff like that. But it's from a genuine place.
Yeah,
It's
you could
not of
tell.
judgment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's made me a
So,
better leader. I talked to 2 of my top 20 agents, and, I took your advice, and I check in with my big dogs, like, every single day, every day. And I was like, "Hey, I hired a director of growth at Shane. The rest of them, they can talk to you. They cannot be able to talk to me." And I
mhm,
started, I was like, "Oh, they wanna meet with me?" And he was like, "No, why are they meeting with you? Cancel that. They're meeting with me. They haven't done a thing." And I was like, "Oh, that's so mean." He's like, "No, Dustin and Matt said," and I'm like, "Damn, you're right. Dustin and Matt did say that." Right?
mhm,
But my top 20, today was one, yesterday was another, and they're both like, "Hey, we want to, one, contribute more to the team. Like, how can I mentor? How can I train?" Blows my mind. I'm like, I didn't have people like this at first, but also I want you to hold me accountable so I can scale up and do more. Like, I want to take it to the next level. And I'm like, hell yeah! I didn't have those people at first because everybody would sit on. I'm looking at the couch. They would sit on this freaking white couch and cry every one-on every month. It was like so draining. But now I have people that are like, I know life is sucking, but I don't care. I still want to do better in real estate. How help me?
mm.
So much
Yeah.
more fun.
It is so much more fun. And those people, man, I always tell, I always, and this is like a joke. Probably not that joke. No,
Say
I
it.
was like, with
Say it.
those people that show you on your team that are hitting the standards, that want to grow, that are producing results, and they come from contribution, I want you to go so deep in a relationship with them that you know if they fucking ate asparagus the night before because of the smell of their pee. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to go, like, I want you to know that was the joke.
Yeah.
I wanted you to, I want you to know their kids' names. I want you to know like, go deep with those people because they are in front of your eyes, proving that they belong in your life. Like, these people become your friends. This is who you want to hang out with. And it's like your other buddy that you call your friend, you don't even get to see how they work. Yours is literally get to see how these people work. And so that's who I want to hang out with.
Wow. What would you say to the agent who feels like 20 connects is too much? Because I know in my world I've dealt with that as well. And how do you help someone break through?
My question is, what the fuck else are you doing? So if you're under 5 pending, it's 20 connects a day. If you're over 5 pending, it's 10 connects a day. They're 2-minute conversations with somebody in person or over the phone about real estate. Here's what I would tell that person, Jamie. Honestly, you're a liar. And by the way, too much is how you grow. Can you think, so you both have kids, right? Okay. How many?
One each.
You have one each? Okay. One each.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you plan on having another kid? And if that's no? No.
No.
Okay. Okay. Do you remember though when you didn't have a kid and you thought you had no time
Yes,
and then you had a kid? And by the way, has your businesses grown since you've had a kid?
substantially.
Demanded it. Yeah.
Weird how you found time, right? It's too much because you haven't normalized it. And the way you normalize something is by doing it over and over and over and over and over again, right? And then you see this with other families. I got a guy on my team. He's got 8 kids. His husband and wife, both Scott and Casey Hall, they both work on my team. They have 8 kids. She made 130 grand last year. He made 300,000 last year. But what more? So like what's cool about my team now, it suffocates all people's bullshit just by the examples that are on the team. But if you're listening and say you don't have 20, can't do 20 connects a day, people think it takes more time. It doesn't. It takes more discipline. It takes more commitment. It takes more intention. It takes more, all of those things. People like to use time as a reason why they don't get things done. And yet it's the only thing that is equal in all of our lives.
So true.
Dustin, hey,
Was-
one last
Yeah.
could you just, like I said, guys, he's gonna freaking blow your mind. One last question, we'll let you go. Dustin, what does it mean to you to scale like a savage?
You want to know the truth? Okay. I was having this conversation the other day. You cannot say that you work really, 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 really hard without an extreme level of risk. Most of what we're asking our agents to do, you don't even got to risk anything. It's $1,200 and fucking some phone calls. Like, to get your license is so cheap. Okay. So cheap. And to build a team, there's little to no risk, really. I mean, some of your time, I guess you're risking some of your time, but mostly you got to risk some of your old beliefs at the very least. To scale though, to like continuously grow and grow and grow and grow, it starts to create where you've actually got to take risk, right? Especially when you start scaling into different locations or you start scaling different businesses because now you got to take large amounts of capital and you got to invest, or large amounts of capital and you got to invest in a leader. Like, if you think you're going to another location, an hour away from you without a leader, good luck, right? And they're going to want a salary, or like even with my developments that we have, it's like, We've raised 150 million bucks. I owe that to investors plus 20%. Two main things that I think when it comes to scaling is one, you've got to be able to risk. You got to be able to have a high risk tolerance. Okay. That's what it means to me. And to be a savage is somebody just fucking unrelenting. Like they do not quit. You could throw anything at them. These are the people that like if I wanted to slow down either one of you two girls, I wouldn't try to make it hard on you. I'd try to make it really, really comfy. I'd send you to the Ritz-Carlton. I'd put a glass of champagne in that place. I'd feed you 5-star food and steak, right? Because a savage, when you make it hard on a savage, they just go harder, right? They just go harder and they just push harder and they're more unrelenting and they push and push and push and push. And so that's why I like to be in proximity with people like you.
So good.
Yeah.
Our listeners are going to get so much value from this episode, Dustin.
There's no one
Hell
like
yeah.
Dustin, you guys. No one like him. Thank you so much for spending time with us today, Dustin.
Thank you too so much. I appreciate you. Much respect to you and thank you for having me on.
Thank
Peace.
you so much,
Hey,
Dustin.
guys. Hey, we'll see y'all next Friday with another episode of Scale Like a Savage. Until then, bye, guys.
See you there.
See ya.